Hello world, harnessing energy right here on the ground. Today we'll encounter our main star, Java. This Java powerhouse delivers an impressive 10,500 watts of energy and stands out as exceptional equipment. To be honest, it's quite fascinating to examine the structure and observe the workings in detail. The tank, brimming with high-quality gasoline, is clearly visible from up here, and we're all set to introduce our amazing team. Look at this team you're looking at. I want to show you the control panel because something very surprising already appears in the control panel. Look, this is the Java control panel. I want you to realize one detail. This rig has 5 different ways to boot it up. Yeah, it's got a manual start. There you see it. Does it have an electric start like a normal generator? You can start it either manually or electrically. It can be started by contact, that is, it can work in a solar energy environment. Imagine having equipment, an 8 or 10,000 watt inverter, and being able to have this generator as support for photovoltaic energy, since it also has quality, to work under the orders of an investor. There we see in the painting. I point out to you right now the use of dry contact. We can also work on network failure. The same generator can also work to protect our house from a possible blackout. I mean, we don't have them in the garage. He has placed them for us. The electrician to the input and forwarding circuits to the home in the panel of our home. And this generator is going to be on standby waiting for the power to go out. Can this equipment work when it is soundproofed? I don't know. In waiting rooms of dentists, you can be working on a balcony and working on in one, in an office of this kind, etc., etc. I mean, it's a team which protects us against network failures on the same equipment. But it also has another way to start, which is the remote. That is, wireless remote control is another way to start. That's why I say it has 5-boot technology. This generator has that particularity. As I said, it is 10,500 watts. It is 9,500 of nominal. And it is a team that has 1 TDH of 3%. Okay? It really is a pure sine wave, as it is an inverter. Alright? Let's get into the details of the painting. Well, let us get to know the Java control panel of this generator wonder. This generator that has those 5 technologies for startup. Let us see how this control panel works here now in full screen. We are going to point it out and explain it, which are every one of the elements that we are seeing right now on screen. Look, I am pointing with the number 1. There, that arrow is pointing to the main switch, the one that we put in on to start and that we are going to use in off for when we want to stop our equipment. Okay? Well, over there, right above it, I am going to leave it pointing right now. There you have the arrow. Do you have the digital display? That display is the one that gives us the information about what is happening on our computer. It will give us the voltage, the frequency, the working hours, if it was low in oil, if it is working in eco, or is working in high performance. Anyway, a series of functions that I will explain to you at another time. At number 3, we have the start button. That is, if we have previously placed 1 in the on position, and now we would press the east button that we are now seeing indicated with the arrow number 3. At that moment, the generator will make the starting maneuver, a first attempt, 1 second attempt, a third attempt, and so on up to 5 times will make the boot attempt. You don't have to do anything. He will pull the starter. He will open it later when it is already running. That is, he does everything automatically. He does not have a semi-neglected start. The fourth is the on-off dry contact. Be careful if we are using the generator in a way normal, as if it were a usual generator used to work with the radial, with the wire welding machine, with the welding inverter. Yes, because this generator with 10,500 watts is suitable for many types of work. Concrete hammer, whatever you want, every one in the place you want, because that dry contact would be off at that moment. Okay, why? Because we are only going to use that one when we are going to use the one I now point to at 5. That is the dry contact taking coming from the inverter. Once the 2 small cables that come from the inverter are connected to this number 5 that I am now pointing out to you, we would activate, number 4 in on, because we just converted our generator to an automatic contact start generator for photovoltaic support. Oh my God, this is wonderful. I can use the generator autonomously in construction or wherever I want, but I can also use it in my home to work in support of our photovoltaic energy. There's nothing. Let's move on to number 6, which I am now pointing out here, okay? Number 6 will indicate the place where we have to connect that charger that we give you along with the generator, which is an external charger, to recharge the battery. For that maintenance, imagine that you have this equipment, like I say, working on solar energy. In the time it is on guard, it is consuming its own battery, but this charger connected to the port, this number 6 that I just finished, which we are pointing out there, is going to keep our battery recharged. Now I point to number 7 that you can clearly see, and that is the 16 amp outlets. That is the classic Chuco. Where are we going to get less energy than, 16 amps maximum are low consumption equipment, and remember that this equipment is capable of giving up to 10,500 watts. And in this case, we could not get the 10,500 watts from the Chuco socket, but we would have to go to the current socket. In this case, what you are pointing to now, okay, so you can see is the big shot that you are seeing there. From there, we could get out. Full power from the generator, There I am pointing it now with the arrow. That is, the current outlets are the ones we have indicated with the number 7, and the big one is okay. There we have it. Well, we continue in order number 8. Number 8 are the magnetothermal A of the 16 amp outlet. That is the 2 small Chucos that are 16 amp if we connect. More amps? Well, these Chucos, this is a thermal magnet, which I am now pointing with the little arrow that you are seeing. There they are going to jump, protecting our equipment, our power outlet, so they don't get out. Well, a little less hot. Let's go to the one they are going to heat up. Here I'm pointing with the arrow, now the number 9. This is the gasoline key or the gasoline valve that we open the gasoline so that our equipment works accordingly. And with the number 10 again, something very important. We see there that it is a kind of rubber button, number 10. Well, we uncover that button and a multi-pin appears. What's that for, Frank? To connect this frame that you're seeing now along with this anchor point to ensure safety and functionality. As I mentioned, this generator also protects us from blackouts. Number 10 is identified as the ATS connection port on the boot board, ensuring smoother integration. And now, yes, now we go to number 11, which is the very important grounding. This ground wire, that yellow striped green, is where we are going to connect it to that ground that you are seeing there. Very important if we are using it in solar energy, that ground. It must be independent of the home's ground socket, the current socket, and that is the home's ground socket cannot be connected. The generator ground is the same spike, okay? They will be independent at number 12. There we have now that we can see the differential, that is the one that protects our pin that we had previously pointed out. Okay, now we can mark the LA if you want with number 13, the big peg where we have maximum power. To get maximum power, to be protected with that arrow that you are now seeing from number 12, which is the differential of the protection of that big peg. Where are we going to get those 10,500 watts? Well, the painting has already appeared, a true marvel. You know what? Little by little, we will get to know these themes. I don't want to tire you, huh? We are going to leave this video here. Today we have already known the picture. We will learn more about it, how the battery is connected, where the oil is changed, and all these details. I will teach you internal issues such as radiators, oil. That is, they are equipment that is designed for hard work, and little by little we will discover it. It's worth leaving me the comments. What do you think of this type of equipment? And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You already know more information here on this web GENERGY.es, where you can find all the power information of this equipment and others that are there, so you can consult it. Well, that, and in the contact section we are all there to advise you, and it is also important that it is forbidden to stop learning.